Hey, what are you doing? We're not doing anything today. There's no training, no nothing to do today. Oh, you want me to do a review out of this? We can do that. Let's go.
I have hesitated in taking them to the most advanced stages of Ansatsuken techniques.
Okay, so there we saw some clips from the movie itself. I hope you enjoyed that. This movie is called Street Fighter's Assassin's Fist. It's a great movie, low budget one. It was originally, I think, a British web series, if I'm not mistaken. I think the first time I saw it was on YouTube, and it's really, really good. Even though it's low budget, the martial arts is authentic. The characters are really well portrayed, and yeah, there's a lot of themes investigated in this movie. Like you have Ken, who is this fiery, passionate guy, and Ryu, who is this controlled, disciplined guy, and you have the master who's trying to be a good master and guide his students and all of that. And there's a lot of themes being investigated in this movie between the characters and the story itself. It's very unique in that sense because I don't think there's many martial arts movies out there who does it in such a way. So that's very, very interesting. You also have, since it's their journey, their origin story, it's very clear that they cared about these characters and they cared about the story, and they probably worked their asses off. The choreography is wonderful. We're going to look at the choreography in just a moment. I'm gonna say my piece about it, and after that I'm gonna try one of the moves from one of the choreographed settings. But before we get into that, I just want to go a little more in depth in the movie itself. I What we see here is basically Ken and Ryu learning martial arts, or they're being taken to the next level of their martial arts, who is Ansatsuken, and they're being integrated into the more esoteric part of their style, where they're to master something called Hado, which is some kind of power. It's not really explained very well, but it makes them be able to shoot fireballs out of their hands, make them jump really high, and do crazy, crazy spin kicks, which is kind of silly because human beings, we can't just we can't make fireballs out of our hands, it's just not possible. But in the movies, they can do this. So they're to learn this ability through training with the master.
Holy shit! Wow. This is only the beginning.
So, that's also very interesting. And also, in the middle of the movie, you get to see the master itself train Ansatsuken with his master. And that's when you kind of understand that he's teaching them a different style or a different way of mastering Hado without a killing intent, so it doesn't corrupt you. And that's where the light versus darkness comes in. And it's very, very interesting because he himself trained in very, very dark art, and it corrupted his brother. So he's clearly had some demons to fight because of this, and he made this Mu no Hado, which he calls it, which he teaches to Ryu and Ken. And it's just very, very interesting. You get sucked in right in from the beginning of the movie. The scenery looks awesome. I love, when you're combining martial arts and nature. I trained a lot in nature, so I love that. Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much. I just know that it's out there on YouTube for free if you want to check it. I think it is in movie format, but I think if you look well enough, you can probably find it in the web series format as well. The web series format has a little bit of extra scenes and stuff like that, so it's also worth taking a look. Other than that, let's take a look at the choreography. Okay, so we're right into it with a spinning kick of Ken. This is a move that's very typical Ken, He's the aggressive, passionate martial artist, full of fire. Ryu counters Ken's movement, which is the calculating, more withdrawn, disciplined style of martial arts. So they're representing two different personalities in the same art, which is very fascinating to me. And like I said, they play a lot with these kind of elements. Block from Ryu. You see Ken is always going for the attack, while Ryu is mainly defensive, looking for counterattacks. Well, I say that and then he suddenly goes on the attack. That was a nice side kick. Kicking with the blade of the foot. You don't often see that, but that was beautiful. And I think these guys have a Kyokushinkai karate background. Definitely karate, by the way they're moving. You also see these facial expressions. There's more going on than just performing moves. They are showing the emotions as well, like the aggression, the snarling, the yelling, everything. You see the shock, this is really, really good, and it helps to sell the fight. Oh, nice touch. And it's all authentic, very authentic. Nice front kick, block, knee. From that position, he does another knee, a little bit of a weird cut there, but it works. He breaks free, counters. Stuns him, he goes in for a throw. This is Tomonage, one of the Kodokan school judo throws, one of the original ones. Sacrifice your own balance to get the throw. Beautifully done. He grabs the gi to do it here. Very traditional judo move, not so karate-esque, but Ansatsuken should be a mix of judo, karate, and Muay Thai. Alright, squaring off, and again Ken is the one going on the attack. He steps forward, Ryu backs off. Steps forward again. Counters with a low kick, does a mid blow. Oh, you can see he's blocking, lands an uppercut, presses the hand through, and Ken falls down. But again, too defensive. He doesn't follow up the attack. And for someone who's passionate and wants to go, this is very frustrating. So he's all about that control. And you can see it pisses Ken off. He pushes him away. And you can see him mouth, "Come on, Ryu," with the mouth. It's all in slow-mo, that's why. Oh, beautiful. I'm kicking down that guard. Following up with a hook kick, I guess. Looked almost like a turning axe kick. Steps to the side, goes in for a counter. I'm not sure what kind of throw that is. Maybe some kind of Tayotoshi. Not too familiar. Talk Tayotoshi, maybe. Oh, this is my favorite. This is my favorite. Look at this. The setup, and they time it as Ryu gets up. Slowly but surely, Ken comes in and catches him and kicks him down. That's right out of that video. So this is just like a little short fight sequence within the movie. It's very early in the beginning, and yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it because it sets the tone and it just hits all the marks when it comes to what I expect from Ryu and Ken and their training. So there's a couple of moves in this fight scene that stands out. One is Tomonage, which is a traditional judo move, and I am a judoka. I have a third degree black belt in judo, so I love those. I'm also a black belt within Wako style of kickboxing. So I like punching and kicking as well. So there's a kick that I really enjoy in this one, and it's called the 720. I think they call it the double 720 because you extend your kick. And I'm going to try to do it, and I'm going to see if I can do it as well as Ken can. Ken can. Ken can.